Hello, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I know I didn't tell anybody about this live. Good evening, everybody. You know me, I'm all about the requirements for living a pivotal life. So everybody join me. Join me. This is the first Monday of the month of June. So I want to share a few thoughts with you, you know, a few strategies, a few tools. You know, a lot of people are struggling, and I have a legacy of struggles myself. So, so please, as you join, kindly just part up your screen and share the live. I can tell you that this is a live that every progressive mind, would learn something from. So kindly just power tap your screens and share the live. Anyone who is an adult, 21 years and above, even those in their maybe late teenage years will learn from this live. I don't plan to be here for more than 45 minutes, and after I'm done, if anybody have any question or would like to contribute or ask a question or whatever, I'll be happy to take their questions or take their contributions, right? My name is Seun Ambassador. I'm Africa's first holistic entrepreneurship coach, a real estate asset portfolio builder, and a peak performance consultant, right? As a holistic entrepreneurship coach, I help entrepreneurs pivot their entrepreneurial game. I help them take it from where they are right now to where they have envisioned themselves to be, right? And as a peak performance consultant, I help corporate organizations to take their revenue generation game to the next level. I help them with staff training. I help them with rebranding and rejigging their brands. I help them with market penetration strategies and help them to set up the campaigns for penetrating different marketplaces. And as a real estate asset portfolio builder, I help Nigerians to pivot into the real estate sector, right? To kickstart their wealth building journey on the back of real estate. And for those who are already in real estate, I help them take their assets from where they right now to where it can be, their net worth, from where it is right now to where they're envisioning it to be. So please, just briefly introduce yourself in the comment section. I'm going to be starting in the next 1 minute. I just want some people to join, and then I hit it off. I can see 4 people here right now. Cool. Stay with me. This is going to be worth your time. It's going to be worth your while. I just want to share some few thoughts with you, and then hopefully it might spark up some kind of conversation, or questions that you might have been harboring in your mind, and hopefully we'll be able to do some justice to it. So I'll kick it off in the next 30 seconds. So power tap your screen. Say hello in the comment section. I'd like to know that you're here. Share this live with the people in your circle. Share this live with your friends, right? So today is the first Monday of the month of June, and I just want us to talk about business and investing in the month of June. Business and investing. So if you're a business person, just type business person in the comment section. If you work a 9 to 5, just type 9 to 5 in the comment section. What I'm going to be sharing with you is for employees, entrepreneurs, investors. If you are someone who is interested in taking your economic life to the next level, in taking your economy and your finances to the next level, right? This life would do you some great deal of good, right? Now, a lot of people relate. Please share this live and power tap your screen. A lot of people relate with their week as if much cannot be accomplished. You know, a lot of people overcomplicate their weeks. They overrate a year and underrate what they can accomplish in 1 week. You know, at the beginning of the year, you hear people say things like, they set New Year resolutions, right? And they say, oh, I'm going to accomplish this, I'm going to accomplish this, I'm going to quit doing this, I'm going to quit doing that. And then, you know, it looked like it's something that they're going to, you know, be able to achieve. But they forget that the weeks of our lives is what defines the rest of our lives. The weeks of our lives is what defines the entirety of our lives, right? And if you want to accomplish any kind of success, you have to break it down to weekly tasks. What part, for instance, maybe you set a goal, a yearly goal. Maybe at the beginning of this year, you set a goal for yourself for this year. It doesn't matter how beautiful that goal looks on paper. If you don't break it down to weekly tasks and even daily tasks, you will not accomplish that goal. You know, you will not accomplish that goal. And then maybe we'll be nearing the end of the year. Maybe we'll be nearing October, November. Now you start panicking, right? The weeks of our lives is what defines the entirety of our lives. I tell people that, see, no matter what you want to accomplish, you have the next week to demonstrate a fraction of that thing that you want to accomplish. The issue with most people is that they overrate a year and they underrate a month, they underrate a week. Right? And Mondays are usually, a lot of people dread Mondays. I don't dread Monday. I look forward to Monday. Because I plan every week ahead of time. I start planning my incoming week from Saturday. So I'm not going to be rushing into the week. I have 48 hours to plan for my incoming week. What do I want to accomplish? See, you have to make up your mind that every week of the rest of your life has to be purpose-driven. You can't be one of those people who just stumbles into any week, you know, anywhere belle face, anything goes, you know, what will be will be. You can't be that kind of person who operates with that mediocre rule. The days of your life the weeks of your life. Of course, the days of your life defines the weeks of your life, and the weeks of your life defines the months of your life, and the months of your life defines the years of your life, and the years of your life defines the decades of your life, and the decades of your life defines the entirety of your life. But I like to tell people that the weeks of your life defines the entirety of your life. See, there is so much you can do now. It doesn't matter what losses you have recorded. It doesn't matter what mistakes you have made. You literally can do something that would change the pendulum of your current life this week. Now, for most people, they have been swinged into a destructive culture. You see, the internet technology, coupled with the social media technology, you know, that is powered by the smartphone technology, has plunged people into an abyss of distraction. Because most especially those of us in Africa, I know a lot of people, you know, in other continents as well, but most especially those of us in Africa, the majority of Africans who are on the internet as puppets of whatever it is that they are giving their attention to. See, most Africans were not educated about the internet technology and how to use it as a proactive tool for enhancing the quality of their lives. Most Africans, even today as I'm talking to you, today is 5th of June 2023, the majority of Africans have never been introduced to the fundamental requirements for proactively using proactively using the internet technology to their advantage. Most of them have not been properly sensitized on how to proactively use the smartphone to their advantage. Proactively use the social media accounts, social media platforms to their advantage. See, if somebody could have been driving for 20 years, and because the person did not learn how to drive properly from the very beginning, the person continued driving the wrong way for 20 years. It's possible. It's very possible. When it comes to tools mastery, I tell people that you cannot use knowledge to transform your life. You cannot use knowledge to solve a problem. You can only use knowledge to create what you need to transform your life. You can only use knowledge to create a tool that you are going to use to transform your life. When we talk about problem solving, I've been in different, I've been on different forums, different boards, where problem solving and critical problem solving was the subject matter. And I've told people that, see, you cannot solve problems with knowledge. A lot of people think, anytime I say that, they feel that I'm not. What do you mean you cannot solve problems with knowledge? Why do we go to school then? See, you can't solve any problem with knowledge. You only solve problems with tools. Tools. And I tell people that you don't need knowledge to solve a problem. You only need the tools. You need to acquaint yourself with the tools for solving that problem. The reason you find a lot of people who have gone to school, they are graduates, BSc holders, master's degree holders, they still cannot solve any real life problem, is because they assume that problem solving requires knowledge. Problem solving requires tool. It is to the degree of mastery of the use of tools that will determine the degree of problem solving you are going to be able to attempt. How many people are mechanical engineers who cannot do nothing when their cars breaks down? And it is that guy that went to learn the craft of automobile repairs that now comes to help him fix his car. The guy that have been introduced to the tools that he or she can use to fix that car. I see a lot of people, of thinking that, oh, I need knowledge. Problem. No, it is not knowledge you need. It is the acquaintance with tools. See, any problem in this world, if you come in contact with any problem in this world, the question you should be asking yourself is, what tools do I need to get my hands on to solve this problem? Knowledge is definitely important. Zakazi, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Please mute for a while. Let me just round up with this line of thoughts, then I'll come to you. Thank you. One of the reasons why I tell people that I'm not going to send my kids to school, they think that I'm joking. I'm married now. I've been married for about a month plus. They think I'm joking when I say I'm not going to send my kids to school. Not even crèche, not even kindergarten. The only thing I'm going to begin to introduce, I'm going to introduce my kids to problem solving very early. And they're going to be introduced to all kinds of tools. But you see, what I'm going to introduce to them first is the art and craft of problem solving. I want my kids to be able to solve problems at age 5. Problems that some 20-something-year-olds will only dream of solving. I want my kids to be able to solve some complex problems at age 11. It is not knowledge per se that you need to solve the problems of your life. It is tools. Tools. Now, if you need knowledge, and maybe there's a particular problem that has been nagging, a nagging problem that has been there for decades, and maybe you are not able to find the tools, then you need knowledge to create the tools. But if the tools already exist, what do you need knowledge for? You just need to acquaint yourself with how to use that tool. And it is to the degree of mastery of the use of that tool that you are going to be able to gain proficiency of solving that problem. We now live in an age of decentralized everything. And the decentralization of education is one of the decentralization of everything I talk about. Decentralization of entrepreneurship, decentralization of spirituality, decentralization of commerce, decentralization of education, decentralization of enlightenment, decentralization of marriage. So this is an age where you literally can make magic happen. See, when I meet young people, or some young people come into my DM, across different social media platforms. You're welcome. I can't spell your name, Iskai. I and Iskai. You're welcome. And they are complaining of, oh, I don't have money, blah blah blah. The first question I ask them is, what problem are you dedicated to solving? There are countless problems to be solved. Countless. Literally. I'm not exaggerating. But you find somebody who possesses a dynamic mind, a dynamic brain, be complaining about money. It's preposterous. And in most cases, these complainers are idlers. They're mentally and physically lazy. Their work ethic is zero. They don't even have any kind of real assignment. Ask yourself, how many problems have I ever attempted to solve in my since the day I was born? It's all problem solving. Problem solving, your acquaintance with tools. Know the tool. Whatever that problem is, there is a tool for solving it. See, once you have this kind of clarity, it makes it very easy for you to remove the wheat, separate the wheat from the chaff. All kinds of gurus nowadays on social media. Once you understand that, okay, I want to solve my personal problems. Okay, what are those personal problems? Okay, I'm currently squatting with someone. Okay, I want to be able to rent my own apartment. Okay, that is a problem. So what tool do I need to get my hands on to solve that problem? That is how you task your brain. See, a lot of people think that it is them. It is them that have to use their brain. No, your brain is dynamic by itself. Your brain is dynamic by itself. Your mind is dynamic by itself. The only time your brain is activated is when you are proactive about problem solving. A lot of people are escapists. They're always looking for the easy way out. They're always looking for the escape route. Whereas if that problem is a problem in your personal life, there is no escaping it. Maybe at best you find someone who temporarily helps you postpone the evil day. Because if it's a problem that only you are required to solve, it doesn't matter who else tries to help you solve it, it will not be solved. It won't. You see people get into debt and they're always looking for somebody to come save them. Okay, pay that debt for them. They're going to end up back in debt. Because they have an issue with debt collecting. They do not have a functional understanding of economic literacy. They do not have a functional understanding of financial literacy. So even if you pay their debt for them, they are eventually going to come back to that debt. You see, it's pretty important that, back to what I was, what I started with. It's pretty important that you understand the power of a week. How powerful a week is. And how that most people are undermining the power of every opportunity presented to them in the form of a week. You see people dreading Monday. How can you be dreading Monday? How can you be dreading the opportunity for you to make some magic happen? How can you be doing that to yourself? Okay, you are dreading Monday. How then are you going to improve the quality of your existence? Is it Tuesday you are going to start? And in most cases, it is how you start the trajectory of your week on Monday that would influence the remainder of your week. I've experimented it several times. The way you marshal your Monday will determine the trajectory of the rest of your week. So if you're the kind of person who is always dreading Monday, something is wrong. You really need to fix what is wrong. Something is wrong. You should have a purpose-driven week. You should have honorable and valuable purpose for that week. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish that week? Once you are proactive about your week. Now, I said earlier that I plan my week. I begin to plan my week from Saturday. See, you want to plan 6 days. You want to plan Monday to Saturday. Or at least you want to plan Monday to Friday. That is 24 hours times 5. That is 120 hours. You want to plan 120 hours in, just the previous night before Monday, the night of Sunday, before you go to bed. No, it's not sufficient. That's why you're not going to have a powerful week. But when you can start planning the incoming week from Saturday, you have enough time, to tweak this goal, to tweak that goal, to add more flesh to the schedule that will power that week. I advise progressive minds, visionary people, entrepreneurs, plan your incoming week. Start planning your incoming week from Saturday. People, most especially employees, they feel that, Saturday is for me to just, I've been going to work from Monday to Friday. Saturday, the weekend is for me to just cool off. Yeah, cool off, refuel, but still plan the incoming week. Because whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, that incoming week is going to come. So it's the prepared person that will be able to powerfully deploy the new week. It's the prepared person. I tell people that it's better you prepare for an opportunity and the opportunity doesn't come than for you to not be prepared and the opportunity meets you unprepared. Every week is an opportunity to upgrade the quality of your life, to upgrade the outcome, to outperform the former week's outcome, the previous week's outcome. But you see, you have to be very, very intentional and very proactive. Don't allow yourself to be puppet, even if you're an employee. Don't be a puppet of your employer. Don't be a puppet of the organization you work with. Why do you think that an organization will sack some people and they will never touch some people? Not because they have favors. It's because they have defined themselves. They have defined their personality. They have crafted and molded a personality in the mind of the management. A personality of an asset. They are not the kind of people, they are entrepreneurs. Even though they are employees, but they are entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur is an employee with the mind of an entrepreneur. They are not the people, they are not the kind of persons who anytime the superior is not watching, that's when they will be watching Netflix during working hours. They are purpose-driven, they are goal-oriented. They are goal-getters. Right? There is so much you can accomplish this month. This is just 5th of June. You can be very, very proactive about this month. You can redefine your outcome. You can upgrade your outcomes. It's simply how you go about using your week, planning your week, and deploying your week on the back of the plan. Right? Every human being who wants to become a force to be reckoned with needs to be solution-centric in their approach towards life. The question per time that I'm always asking myself is, okay, what problems am I trying to create solutions for? What problems am I really solving? What made me become a peak performance consultant? Because growing up, I used to hear people complain a lot about the quality of education, the standard of education. It got to a point they were saying that some people are unemployable graduates, and I was like, what is the meaning of that? Why would somebody go to primary school, secondary school, the tertiary institution, graduate, and then you're unemployable? I began to ask myself, so what do I do about this? How do I help these people? Being solution-centric is very, very important. A lot of people are not solution-centric. A lot of people are just, they have this messianic syndrome. I don't know, maybe because of organized religion. They are just living life on the basis of, oh, what will be, will be. No. What will be is what we initiate to be. What will happen, the outcome of your life will be powered by your proactivity, your proactive activities. It will be powered by how proactive and how intentional you are. See, because of the internet technology, because of social media, because of the smartphone, a lot of people are now proactively descending into the quicksand of distraction. All kinds of distractions, holistic distractions. People will be on social media for 16 hours, 18 hours a day. They cannot say that they have achieved any tangible thing that day. And it is day in, day out. People will allow themselves to be puppets of DSTV, puppet of African magic. Whereas you have a real life to build. See, if you are not solution-centric in your approach towards life, nobody will take you seriously in this world. If you are not all about the value you can bring to the table part time, with the gift of every single day I wake up with the consciousness of, okay, I'm going to bless, I'm going to offer a lot of value to a lot of people today. I'm going to offer value to my clients. I'm going to offer value to the people who are following me on social media. I'm going to offer value to my friends. I power each week with the consciousness of value distribution. The question I'm asking myself at the beginning of every week is, what value can I distribute? What value can I distribute? I power my week with clarity. It is said that one of the 7 habits of highly effective people is to begin with the end in mind. There is no mystery. Every human being was born with the natural endowment of genius. So long as you have a brain and you have a mind, you have the endowments of genius. The only issue is that maybe their upbringing, their childhood, the first decade of their lives, the environment they grew up in, the kind of people that the kind of grown-ups they inherited. That's the reason why some people are functional liabilities today. They are not assets to themselves, let alone be assets to other human beings. Every single day, all they are living for is to be a functional liability. They're never proactive about upgrading the quality of their lives. They're never proactive about upgrading their intelligences. I like to talk about holistic intelligence, your spiritual intelligence, your mental intelligence, your emotional intelligence, your physical intelligence, your economic intelligence, your relationship intelligence. All those important intelligences that you need to deploy for becoming a force of nature eventually. The holistic intelligences that you need for, perpetually upgrading the quality of your life, the state of your life. But you see a lot of people, they wake up with no real intentions. They just wake up like animals wake up. Whereas you are a being that has higher consciousness. You have the ability. You have the ability to be a creator. And that is that potential creator that is literally just squandering away their life, their time, squandering away their days, squandering away their weeks. No. You have to sit yourself down and ask yourself some real questions. There is no mystery to achieving success. There is no mystery to achieving uncommon success. There is no mystery to attaining greatness. No mystery. But you see, a lot of people have allowed themselves to be deceived and plunged into delusion. You are waiting on God. You are waiting for a miracle to happen when you are supposed to be the miracle worker. If you have a mind and you have a brain, you are a potential miracle worker. You literally can make genius happen. You literally can make magic happen. But you see, it's all of these things are going to happen on the back of some proactive foundation that you have laid. See, if you're 21 years and above and you don't have the clarity of what you want to accomplish within the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, you are wrong. You are very wrong. See, you are supposed to live your life on a per decade basis. The first 2 decades of your life is for parenting. You are supposed to be under the tutelage of your parents. The first 2 decades, from age 0 to age 20. Once you clock 21, if your parents are still trying to parent you, that's damage control. It's already too late. You are not the one to begin to parent yourself. As a matter of fact, whilst you were growing up, you were supposed to be a co-parent of yourself. Whilst your parents were parenting you, you were also learning how to parent yourself. Because you are going to parent yourself from the moment you clock 21. That is the age of responsibility. You are supposed to plan your life on a per decade basis, and this concept was supposed to have been introduced to you by your parents. But you see, the parenting models that we have are ignorant parenting. Our parents, we learned it from our parents to just be like a bicycle about our, with our lives. We heard things like, oh, God will do it. God will do it. When you are the God that is supposed to do it. Right? So it's pretty important, that you have a plan for every week. You have a schedule for powering every week. Don't just stroll into any week. Don't just be a puppet of the people and the systems that you are going to, intermingle with in the course of the week. Be a force yourself. Be a force of life. Be a force of nature. Be a force in your industry. Be a force in your organization. Be a force in the business world. The only way you are going to be a force per time is when you are intentional about the way you power your week in advance. Right? Every single week you should have a plan of power networking with important people, people of substance, people of like minds, people that can help upgrade your mindset, people that can help upgrade your worldview. You should be busy trying to power a successful life. You should be occupied. See, I was saying something about distraction, that we now live in an age of cosmic distraction, powered by the internet technology, the smartphone, and social media. A lot of people now have become puppets. For those of you who have never watched the movie Social Dilemma, go and watch that movie, so that you will see how the creators of social media are using it as a tool for becoming your puppeteers. Any tool I'm on, any social media platform, it's either I'm using that platform proactively to try to learn, or I'm using it to make money. I'm not one of those people that say, oh, I just want to come on social media to come and relax. I use social media proactively as a very, very important tool for enhancing the quality of my life. And you'll not see me jumping on, useless lives on this TikTok. You don't see me do that. If I'm going to come live, I'm going to say something meaningful, something that you literally can take right now and implement in your life, and you are going to see results on the back of that thing. Every single time I come on social media, I'm conscious of networking with the right kind of people, the people that can help me push my life forward, upgrade the quality of my life. I'm not beggarly about it. If I'm going to power any kind of relationship with anybody, know that it's from the standpoint of me being an asset to that person. And I must know in advance as well that this person can be an asset to me. That is what social intelligence constitutes. Not just allowing yourself to be a liability. Do you know that when you waste your time, you are committing suicide? And when you allow other people to waste your time, they are accessory to murder. Your time is your life. A week is 168 hours. Every week in advance, plan the incoming week. Account for how you are going to use that 168 hours in advance. Don't allow puppeteers turn you into their puppets. Don't allow celebrities on social media turn you into their puppets. Don't allow the creators of social media turn you into their puppets. Yes, they've created it. Now use it as a tool for holistic enlightenment, for enhancing the quality of your life, enhancing your mind, enhancing your emotions, enhancing your economics, enhancing your business, enhancing your job. Use social media proactively. There are about 6 billion people across all the social media platforms. Among these 6 billion people are billionaires, multimillionaires, entrepreneurs, captains of industries, jobless people, celebrities, customers, prospects. Question: how are you exactly using social media? What are you using social media for? I know it is said that people would rather be entertained on social media than be educated. Hence, they have become a puppet of social media entertainment. But you see, if you are not someone who have been able to put his or her house in order, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, economically, physically, and you come on social media only for using social media for social media entertainment, you are very soon you are going to be asking for audience 10K, for audience 5K. Because social media is a very, very important tool that you can leverage on. You can learn how to use it. You can acquire social media intelligence and learn how to proactively use social media to enhance the quality of your life. So if you as an individual are not proactive about putting the social media distraction at bay, so long as there is distraction within the equation of your life, we know that is tantamount to the squandering of some kind of resource. See, if there is anything distracting you, just know that automatically you are squandering some resource. Some resources are being squandered. Because distractions will never emanate within the equation of your life without some resources being squandered, being sacrificed. You are sacrificing some kind of resources at the altar of distraction. So you ask yourself, how am I powering my week? Am I proactive about it? Most especially as an entrepreneur, some of the people that are most liable to end up in a very, very terrible economic place are entrepreneurs in Nigeria, entrepreneurs in Africa. Because they have this mindset of, I'm my own boss. So they don't really have anything or anyone holding them accountable, even though they're entrepreneurs, even though they're not employees. So you find that they are not consistently doing the things that should produce the projected outcome, their projected outcome. Because they have not really even disciplined themselves to the point where they can hold themselves accountable. Now the guy says, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, oh, I'm my own boss, but he's unable or she's unable to generate cash flow consistently. So it's pretty important that you understand the power of a week. You have to be very, very religious about the way you plan your incoming week. Start planning any week from Saturday. The incoming week, you should start planning it. A week is 168 hours. So you cannot just say, oh, I'll plan my week, the night, Sunday evening, Sunday night. It's not sufficient. Start planning your week, most especially as an entrepreneur, most especially as a business owner, most especially as a salesperson, as a realtor, as a real estate stakeholder. Start planning your week from Saturday. Even if you have inspection on that Saturday, no problem. You still have room to plan your week. As you are going on that inspection, start planning the incoming week. As you are in transit, maybe somebody is driving you, or before you even get on the road, if you are going to be driving yourself, scribble some things down for the incoming week. Pretty important. Enough of people just squandering their resources, their time resources, their energy resources, their money. Because people will come on social media as if, most especially those of us that are living in Nigeria, where there is no free Wi-Fi anywhere. Anytime you see us online, we are paying for it. We are paying for it because our internet data is very expensive. So you come online and you are going to be squandering that data. Oh, wrong now. No. You come online. See, I tell myself that if I'm going to spend 20k on data, at least I must make 100,000 naira, at least 5 times what I spent on that data. I must make at least 5 times back. And in some cases, I can even make 50 times of that money. I can even make 100 times of that money back. I usually load 100 gig every time, and MTN 100 gig is 20,000 naira. I always tell myself before I finish it, and even from the very beginning of that data, I'm already proactive about the way I'm using my data, about the way I'm proactive about my activities on social media. I'm gonna just come on social media and I just want to be laughing to Mr. Macaroni's comedy, Just True Funny's comedy. I'm laughing away my data. You have to be economically literate. You have to be economically accountable, financially accountable. Account for the way you deploy your resources. If you are not accounting for the way you deploy your resources, there is a high chance that you are squandering your resource. Time is a resource. Energy is a resource. Your energy that you wake up with every single morning, that prime energy, is a resource that you can learn how to proactively deploy. But a lot of people only know how to squander resources. Your data is a resource. Your money is a resource. These are resources that you are supposed to be using as leverage for upgrading the quality of your life. You see some people, they make 100,000 naira. The next thing is they're thinking of one designer clothes. You have not learned how to generate consistently. 100Ks. But the only thing you're thinking about is how to most people have been raised to squander resources. Most people have not been raised with the investment consciousness that, okay, every resource that comes to me per time, the first question that comes to me about the deployment of those resources is, how can I invest this resource? But you see, the programming of poverty that most people carry is, okay, what can I buy with this? What can I buy with this? That's why a lot of people struggle. Everybody's complaining about Nigeria or whatever, complaining about the economy. But you still see people go to the boutique to buy expensive clothes. You still see people go to all kinds of places to buy things they don't need, despite the fact that they are complaining about the economy. Because they're not investment conscious. They're not. You don't have one single asset. one single real asset, but you are the one buying designer clothes. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. I know of a man. He was a senior executive at Zenith Bank. As of 2008, 2009, this man was a billionaire. He had assets. I don't even call it assets. He had cars. And hardly did he have lands. But he had, as in, some of the most expensive cars. Now, during that brouhaha, where they lent, they gave out loans to some billionaires, and it became bad debt. They seized everything he had. That man, I know him today. He is freaking broke because he was not smart about the way he did some things. A lot of people are not intentional about the way they deploy that 168-hour week. The secret to your success is in the way you proactively deploy your 168-hour week, your 168-hour weeks. Every week I do a past week review. Every week, Saturday, Sunday, as I'm planning my incoming week. One of the ways I gain more clarity to power a more proactive incoming week is by doing a past week review. A lot of people just live their lives. There is no accountability, nothing. How are you going to become a force to be reckoned with? How? In what way? At the beginning of the year, people do a New Year resolution. They don't do past year review every new year. So towards the end of every year, I do past year review because I always do past week review. I do past month review. So because I'm always doing past month review, I have data for me to do past year review. A lot of people don't have any kind of data for measuring whether they are making progress or not. But you see them every time they're going to church to pray to God. I know some people who have been so-called devout Christians for decades. They are still freaking poor. They are not moving their lives forward because they are expecting, they are mortgaging the responsibility for proactively marshalling their lives to something outside themselves, to some God in heaven. When you are literally a God walking this earth, but you are behaving as if you do not have the God systems or the God organs. Are you aware there is something called pineal gland? Are you aware that you have something called pineal gland? Are you aware that you have something called the brain? Are you aware that you have something called the mind? These are faculties of a God. But you see them mortgaging their responsibility to proactively marshal their lives to wherever they want to marshal it to God. God will do it for me. Most people I've met, they are not proactive about tracking, if they are making progress or not. And I know organizations that are like that. Why do you think some organizations, declare bankruptcy? Why do you think they do so? Why do you think 97% of startups fail in the first 1 year? In the first year. 97% of startups. Why do you think so? Because most of them are just, they are powering their lives on the back of assumption. And assumption is not knowledge. Assumption is ignorance. I used to say that assumption is the lowest level of knowledge. But after I began to really grow my understanding of life, I realized that assumption is not even knowledge. Yeah, Michael, welcome. Assumption is ignorance. Assumption is equal to ignorance. You cannot power your life on the basis of assumption. You can't do that to yourself. You can't do that to yourself. You shouldn't do that to yourself. Let me tell you something. Right from when I was 15, 16, I began to dream about the future. By the time I clocked 21, I kickstarted my entrepreneurial journey. I've been on that journey now for the past 17 years. In my 20s, I already had projections of what I want to accomplish in my 30s, in my 40s, in my 60s, in my 70s. I'm telling you. When I meet people, I'm like, okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years? They can't tell you anything. What if I now ask you, where do you see yourself in 30 years? They'll say, oh, nobody knows tomorrow. You are talking trash. You are talking trash. Enthusiasts know that the way to create the future is by doing something proactively from now. Because today was yesterday's future. Nothing mysterious about the future. But you see, people would rather be comfortable in mediocrity. In the mediocrity that is powered by religion, they would rather be comfortable in it. You already have all the tools for accomplishing any kind of success in any area of your life. We already have it. We now live in an age of decentralized everything. Decentralized education, decentralized entrepreneurship, decentralized employeeism, decentralized spirituality, decentralized enlightenment, decentralized career. You literally can start a multi-million naira business from your room. Decentralize everything. Decentralized education. Decentralized development. Nobody has any excuse to lead a mediocre life. In the 21st century, nobody has any excuse. In this internet-powered age, nobody has any excuse. So, all you need to learn how to do is how to proactively deploy the weeks of your life on a per week basis. You have 168 hours in a week. Determine how you want to use that 168 hours in advance. 48 hours, from 48 hours to 24 hours in advance before the commencement of that new business week. Know it, write it down. This is what I want to do on Monday. These are the important tasks I want to do on Monday. These are the important tasks I want to do on Tuesday. These are the important tasks I want to do on Wednesday. These are the important tasks I want to do on Thursday. I want to do on Friday. I want to do on Saturday. And then on that Saturday, begin to plan the incoming week. So nobody should be 21 years and above and they are just leading a mediocre life. It's preposterous, really. With all of the tools that is available to you at your fingertips. Nobody has any excuse to be leading a mediocre life. Nobody has it. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section, or if you want to contribute, to this live, you can send a request and come up so that we can hear from you. For those of you who are just stumbling upon me, my name is Seun Ambassador, and I'm Africa's first holistic entrepreneurship coach. I'm a peak performance consultant, and I'm a real estate asset portfolio builder, right? As a holistic entrepreneurship coach, I help people take their lives to the next level. As a holistic entrepreneurship coach, there are three major pillars I introduce to people. Your personal life pillar, your career path pillar, because every adult should be economically responsible, right? Your career path pillar and your wealth path pillar. So you should pay proper attention to your personal life, your career path, and wealth building. So long as you're an adult, do not excuse yourself from wealth building. Don't say, oh, I came from poverty. Don't say, oh, how much do I even earn a salary? It is insignificant. I know multi-billionaires today who came from abject poverty. And I'm not talking about those who stole money. I'm talking about those who walk the path of entrepreneurship, walk the path of innovation, walk the path of creativity. Came into real estate. Right? So as a holistic entrepreneurship coach, my job is to help you create magic out of your life. That's the simplest way to explain it. And those of my students, the alumnus of my coaching program can tell you what happened to them. They can tell you the life they are living right now, post my coaching. Right? And then as a peak performance consultant, I help corporate organizations to take their brand to the next level, their business to the next level. I help corporate organizations to help with staff recruiting, staff training. I help them with setting up a functional infrastructure on social media, online, digital infrastructures for creating more visibilities for their businesses. I help them with revenue generation, right? And then as a real estate asset portfolio builder, I help Nigerians to, build wealth on the back of real estate, right? A lot of people are not aware of the countless opportunities of that exist in the real estate industry, right? When I came into real estate, I was broke, I was in debt. Real estate literally has been my savior, my economic savior, and has even transformed me. And then on the back of that, I've also been able to help 14 individuals, families, and organizations to pivot their wealth building game on the back of real estate. So yeah, do you have any question? Does anybody have any question? Drop it in the comment section below. Do you have any question? Do you have any contribution? Do you have any addition? Do you have any subtraction? Let me know in the comment section below. Because I've been here for 56 minutes. We just have like maybe 3 more minutes. Any question? Any question? For those of you who have been sending me messages for the live session I had on the 26th of May, the real estate market update. I've finally uploaded it on my YouTube channel. So, check my the YouTube icon on my bio. Click it. Go subscribe. You'll see the latest video I posted a few hours ago. It's more than 1 hour video, but that video will teach you, will open your eyes to, the opportunities you can leverage in real estate for wealth building. Any progressive mind who is not proactive about wealth building will never build wealth. Nobody builds wealth, comes into wealth or stumbles into wealth accidentally. Everything is done proactively, right? So you guys should go subscribe to my YouTube channel. The past TikTok lives that I've had are on that YouTube channel as well, and very, very important information that people pay hundreds of thousands for in those videos. So go to my TikTok bio, and you see the YouTube icon. Click on it, go subscribe to that channel, and then go watch some of those videos. But this video is also going to be going on my YouTube channel, a few days from now, right? So any question? If there's no question, then I'm going to be jumping off this live right about now. Any question? If you want to join me here, if you want to come ask your question, send me a request and I'll bring you up. But if you don't have any question, I'm going to be jumping off this live. So, I guess there's no question. So if there's no question, then this is where I'm going to be calling it an evening. So thank you, everybody. I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for joining. Every now and then I come live. Apart from the, first Sunday of the month and the last Friday of the month, first Sunday of the month, I come live. I came live yesterday to talk about, what did I talk about yesterday? To talk about, things that has to do with spirituality, soul experience, things of that nature. So first Sunday of the month, always have a date with me. I come live first Sunday of the month. And last Friday of the month, I come live to talk about ways whereby you can leverage real estate for transforming your economic destiny, for building wealth, right? And I had one on the 26th of last month, which was a Friday, the last Friday of May, right? So you guys go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm not somebody who is a big fan of vanity metrics. I'm not trying to get anybody to follow me. I'm just trying to get information, the right information, in the hands of the right people, in the hands of the people who are looking for it. And the reason I chose TikTok is because the TikTok algorithm is a very, very beautiful algorithm. It is the best algorithm, best social media algorithm that helps creators like myself, that helps entrepreneurs like myself to connect with the people who are looking for my offerings. So I thank you, everybody, for joining this live. Thank you. I do not take it for granted. If you I have a social media mastermind. If you need to learn how to use social media like I'm using it, you can send me a DM, right? You can gain access, one-time access for life. I have a social media mastermind where so far I've taught 37 people how to use social media proactively to power their business, to power their brand, to build a brand, anything you want to do, any project you want to power, any career you want to marshal, any business you want to marshal, any business you want to promote. So you can literally learn how to use social media to do it, and that is what I've done, right? And that's what I'm doing with my social media mastermind. So I just thought about it now. So if you want to learn how to use social media to generate consistent income, to promote your business, to promote your craft, send me a DM. You need to join my social media mastermind. It's a one-time fee. Once you make that payment and you become a member of the mastermind, for as long as social media exists, you're going to remain a member. And I come up with new updates every now and then. Sometimes once a month, sometimes twice a month. I go live to give them the latest update and latest social media hacks that they can begin to leverage right now to be able to gain visibility, on social media. So yeah, thank you everybody. Do have a beautiful night rest. Bye. It seems TikTok does not want to go off.